everybody. I'm here with the crew, PD, Cal, Professor CA, and we are talking about What If. Marvel just dropped his What If trailer. It's going to be starting August 11th, the show. Hey, I'm interested in checking it out. So, PD, Selector, hit it.
Now, this might be playing bad. Let's see how it goes.
Positive all the time.
Yeah, peace. I love peace. I'd be out of a job with peace.
This looks beautiful, bro. It looks good. First Iron Man. Yes, your bomb's going after you, Stark. Killmonger.
Do we know each other?
Not with it.
Time.
I'm with it.
I'm with it too.
Reality. It's changeable. Where you want to be? That's the question, isn't it?
Every universe is different. Each one unique.
That's me pushing the multiverse.
Slow down a little bit. There's a few people in the room that don't understand. Not me, I get it.
Captain Britain.
Who are you?
The name's Captain Carter.
Captain Carter.
Sure.
I am the Watcher. I observe all that transpires here. But I do not, cannot,
Zombie?
will not
Convention?
interfere. I guess I have to freestyle then. We have you outnumbered. A Ravager never flies solo. I said never flies solo.
Is that some kind of catchphrase?
Lando!
You had me worried for a second. Journey to face the unknown and ponder the question.
Yeah, babe.
What if?
What if? Yeah. All right. Booyaka. Does that not look good? I'm all there, baby. I'm in. Hot. What do you guys think about it? You already know. I'm already saying I'm just exploding with yes. What if, man? I'm liking it. Marvel's on track once again. They're giving us alternate stories. We want to see this. What's happening? P, let's start with you, Selector, since
You're gonna start with me? Oh, great.
Yeah, because then we can counterpoint you every other one. Okay, I give
down all this stuff. So I would like to say that I think we said it before, but Roy Thomas was talking with Stan, and he would always say, Stan would come to him and say, "What if this was that?" And he would get stories out of it. And Roy, at some point in his career, was one of the things that was outside of regular continuity. So he turned to Stan and said, "I want to do a title called What If? That's going to be a quarterly thing." And Stan's like, "I like it." Let's do it. He said that was one of the quickest pitches he ever had to do. And ultimately, his plan was to write it all himself, but ultimately he had some help. Some other people who came in and wrote some stories. And then ultimately, I think he left Marvel for DC. But at some point, he was double dipping at that point, so a big name creator. But so that said, I will say not with Killmonger over here, but let's see how it goes. Everything else, this looks a little more, well, this one, I'm waiting to see what's going to go on with that. The reality is changeable. I don't know what that means. Is this going to happen?
Multiverse.
Huh?
Multiverse.
See, so that's it. And it'll be interesting to see what happens with that stuff. And not sure where they're going with what they had to slip in. That we're going to make a success out of Howard the Duck somehow. We're going to make it happen. Agent Carter or Captain Carter, outfit's a little wacky. They need to not sing with what's the name, but we'll see. This Iron Man part looks kind of cool, so we'll see what happens. And what else? I think that's it. So it looks like it's interesting. Besides my possible issues with some of the icing, but it's a what if. So have fun at it. That's all I got to say. Next, what happened?
Professor CA, what's your take on this, bro?
Wait a second. Let me hear you say something before that.
I love it. That's what I
Okay.
said. I love it.
CA.
Yeah. I mean, you had me at what? Like, I mean, this is gonna be awesome. It's literally just imagination. The premise of what if this happened, and we've already been introduced to all these characters in the MCU. So now the idea of just what the ones you had up till the Infinity Wars, what would you think if we did this and we did that? So this is another way of engaging with the audience because everyone is familiar with all the properties and can get excited about the idea. Oh, they teased this and they did this different. That'd be really cool. I don't agree with you with Captain Carter. I think it's a dope ass idea in which it's Captain Britain, really, but it's Peggy Carter. So you're giving us Peggy Carter, who gets to get some love and some work and some money in her pocket, and she gets to hold the shield and Excalibur. I think it's a dope idea. And the person inside the armor, the first level of Iron Man, is actually skinny Steve Rogers if he never took the serum. So they did fall in love, never took the serum, and the roles were reversed. For it, what if?
You know she wasn't with him when he was skinny. She was not with it.
She liked him. No, I believe she liked him. After he got the flag, I think she was like, oh, okay.
She liked him. And you can see she smiled and she was giving him the looks. Of course she liked him. And yeah, I mean, just cemented it afterwards.
Why ain't nothing happened until those chicks were all over Steve when he was huge? Nothing happened until then. She was still all that stuff. And then she like, you know what? And then he like he opened up his calendar for her.
Yeah, I think when he was over there, he got the flag. She looked at him like, oh, okay, if all else fails, it could be you.
There we go.
Right, but then he came out and was over there strapping young buck coming out of the old thing for Dr. Erskine. She was like, oh, she literally couldn't keep her hands off. Now, I'm on board for everything except for the Captain Carter stuff. I'm like, I don't know about that, but everything else, really interested in seeing. What If, for those of us who read any of those What If comics, was always a great fun read. Nice little tributary from the actual stream of what was supposed to happen into the Marvel Universe. It was like, hey, let's see what would happen if these things had, actually turned out a little bit differently. We understand why we got to stick to the straight and narrow with that particular timeline. But I'm just hoping for some fun. This doesn't look like it's tied into anything else. Any of the films doesn't need to connect. It can just be standing on its own. So with the exception of MODOK, which has been hella bad, this looks like something that we can just enjoy for what it is. They can have some fun with it. Give us the good old Marvel enjoyment. Come on, House of Ideas, bring it home.
Sorry to disappoint you, Calvin, but
don't do it.
But this is in continuity. This is part of the multiverse.
Oh Lord, la la la! I'm not listening to
Sorry to disappoint you. And basically, what these guys are looking like they're going to form is the Guardians of the Multiverse, bro.
Stop it! Stop whatever that was that you just said. Am I muted? Lord, stop it. Don't even.
I hope. I mean, for your sake, I hope I'm wrong.
But tomorrow.
Yeah, but not as bad. This is going to be cool regardless, but I think this is going to be continuity of multiverse.
I don't know. I mean, I was thinking, wow, if that's the case, I'm pretty surprised. I mean, but then again, that's the whole purpose of the multiverse. You can play around in different sandboxes with different ideas and see how things come out. So I mean, we have Crocodile Loki, for God's sake. You know what I'm trying to say? It has an attitude. So all this stuff is definitely possible. I always loved the What If comics because the possibility of the different possibilities that they showed, and some of them ended up going into the actual comics eventually. Some of
almost all of them.
Well, they haven't done all of them.
Being a cool idea, they turned into, hey, what if it was real? What if Wolverine hacked at the Hulk? What if in that story at the same time, what if Wolverine was the operative of Magneto? All that, everything that Mark Miller did was a what if. Sorry, not everything, but some of the things. Some of his other ideas came from Chris
Well, I mean,
Claremont that he didn't get to do.
if it's popular and people like it, they're going to do it. They're going to incorporate it. I mean, look, but they just had something very similar to the anthology series they have with what do you call that stuff? Star Wars, the Visions, where there's a whole battle whether it's canon or not. People are like, oh, we can't watch it because it's not canon. But if some of those shows in the Vision are successful, people like it a lot. They may end up being somehow incorporated into the actual Star Wars timeline, even though some of it doesn't even make sense. Probably they'll go back in the past, probably they'll push it to the future. I don't know. But I think this is the same thing here. If it's something, if people want to see this and they want to spend it, why would you say no? Don't do it because it's not good. You're gonna figure out a way to make this happen. I mean, there's already zombies in the Marvel universe and in DC, and it's been out there for a while. I mean, what's the next thing? What's going to be the next craze? Flying pigs. The only problem I have is Howard the Duck. Take that damn thing out, man.
No, this is a time for him to shine. Because now he can actually do cool stuff.
Oh, not Howard the Duck, man. That's the one character. I don't know who likes Howard the Duck. That's what I want.
You guys.
Okay.
Howard the Duck. The hardest thing with comics is that there's they run wide, they run deep, and there's always a niche within a niche within a niche. There are a lot of Howard the Duck fans.
Howard the Duck can't hold his own comic. It's not consistently held his own comic, right?
That's a lot of characters. That's Moon Knight.
Hey. Don't be talking about other characters like that. We're talking about Howard the Duck, okay?
I bet you that if they actually treat the character, make him more like Rocket, they make him bad as like Rocket, he'll start taking off.
But they already got Rocket to do that.
Smoking, foul-mouthed, irritating little animal. No. Send him over to the what's the name of those?
Oh, the Void?
The Void. Send him over to Yogi Bear's section and let him hang out there.
Gosh. Okay. Yeesh.
He does not belong in the Marvel universe with heroes.
Hilarious. I do like, even though Petey didn't like Killmonger in the beginning, I'm like, I get the joke. Like, it's like he's War Machine, just a different old crazy version of it. And that's why I'm guessing that they're going to become the two best friends. And yeah.
I saw it. I didn't know what to make of it. I figured, because he was a mercenary, it made sense that he would probably show up there. Or probably he's working for a special ops for the government. He did say that in the movie, or at least in the comic, he was.
He was on his way to Iraq.
So, hey, is there anything else you guys want to add to this, Cal, Petey?
Nope, I'm good.
All right. So, hey, once again, we are in agreement. The thing I love about this crew is we group think. We all think the same way. Bring on the what if. Bring it on again. We want to see it. Okay. Spinner rack.
Out.